I don't know. I will
sounds like
look
it's
into
doing.
it.
Oh. Okay.
Medusa Alchemist, let's go.
Oh yeah.
Here I am.
That was
Someone called the doctor?
talk about overreacting.
Hold.
You have learned nothing.
How did this happen?
Nice.
Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody that are Dota fans. We've got a great one for you today. It's the game we've all been waiting for. I'm joined by some fabulous guests as well. We got Parker Gods as well as Owie2000 here to do the broadcast. Gentlemen, how you feeling about the game? Did you guys particularly like the draft? Either of you have a particularly strong response to it?
You know, I'm excited for the game itself. I'm happy we get this kind of carry battle, the Alk versus Dusa. You know, we've seen some slow-paced games with these heroes, but very strategic games. So I'm looking forward to it.
And Owie, you feeling the love? Do you love Dusa?
Yeah, I sort of like how Quincy crew are approaching Alchemist. I think a lot of the time you see Alchemist in pubs and people say like, oh, you need to like all in, pick like some I don't know what's the most aggressive carry there is and just like go all keep running at him. It's a very hard style to pull off versus a team like EG. If you don't have the scale to match Alchemist, you're on a timer. Because Alchemist is like, this hero is insane in the mid-late game. And he's not, like, if you run around after him and you're both only farming one neutral camp, he's still getting more gold than you. You have to like be able to steal his camps and prevent him from farming. And a hero like Dusa is actually surprisingly good like that. Like if they get out lanes well, Dusa's gonna farm aggressively. But they're actually doing something pretty smart in EG, right? They pick this Tidehunter because they see the Beastmaster, and they're going to limit like the strength of the cores by going aggro tri lane. Sorry, the strength of the supports by going aggro tri lane. If the supports are low level because they're dealing with the aggro and sharing EXP, they're not going to be able to pressure Elk on the map.
Yeah, this feels like an EG special. They run this like aggro tri lane, this RTZ playing in the off lane more than anyone else, and they're going to force Mirana already to kind of TP up and go for a full tri lane versus tri lane.
Well, and this sets us up for some really interesting things in the mid game as well. Sometimes these tri lanes end up just being, you know, the two safe lane carries sitting back to the jungle and farming afterwards. But we saw that Beastmaster stat, one of the top heroes right now getting picked all across, and it feels like Leslau as well as Ice 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 are going to be two of the main players in this one that need to, you know, just make the big moves together and be the ones setting the tempo around the game.
I like at top, both Crit and MSS, they both bloody blocked the big camp. I think both sides not wanting it to spawn. I'm not sure who it actually benefits more. EG have the side pull, MSS has the arrow to clear the creep, but seems like both wanted to block it.
On top.
Nice combo as they throw out the arrow, able to connect, fly, in some trouble, and one last punch from War, able to get the kill. Despite it being a little bit down in CS, very deadly tri-lane up here for Quincy crew.
That was a really nice side set from Yawar. He has like the presence of mind. They're going on to CM, she's arrowed, but he's attack animation canceling, so he can get just out of the Crystal Nova range. If he gets hit by that Nova, they don't get the kill. That's why it's the solve there to live. It's a pretty big difference maker.
See that already having a pretty close going of it up top here as Crit hiding off in the trees, and looks like they're going to spot him LOA and MSS, but not really a kill potential if War is not nearby.
Abed's doing really well in mid so far, by the way. 11-2 to the 5-2 of Quinn. Gets another deny, and yeah, Quinn's having a bit of a rough time early on. He's trying to rush the bottle, which is partly why he's having a bit of a struggle in this lane.
Abed actually already has his completed though. So definitely, I mean, I think everybody's been talking up Quinn and how good he's been out of the mid this entire season. Abed's showing obviously no slouch either. This dude is really freaking good at Dota as well.
I think the interesting lane this game is going to be bottom, because this has always traditionally been like a Tidehunter counter pick. But you're facing like, it's even worse because you're facing Ice 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 and you're on ping. Like that sounds really rough. Oh, they're going on top. Witch Doctor goes down.
Played. Able to find themselves a little kill here as well. Yeah, so do you think that it's mainly going to be like sort of how does Leslau manage to farm in this lane, or you think it's like that he's how do you play this if you're him?
I think you're screwed at this point, to be honest. You're on ping in your off lane versus a Tidehunter who got to double wave you. Like, it's a really hard matchup. Like, EG are actually just stalking these lanes. Medusa got that first blood, but this lane decision by EG was really good, because if you just play a Tidehunter versus Medusa, like, this is really good versus Tide in lane, because you just keep nuking him down with your Mystic Snake for free, and you just keep pushing the lane into him. But right now, like, I think there's a beyond free farm Tidehunter.
Oh my god.
Solo kill mid lane.
Dude,
Wonka.
this game started off by Quinn and Arteezy tipping each other, and Abed has just sort of come in and like completely started wrecking here mid, looking really good on this puck.
Yeah, and 4-minute runes coming up. Quincy have their supports ditch the top lane for now. Crit is trying to secure it for Abed, but luckily MSS able to snag the Invis rune. Otherwise, this mid lane would have been a disaster if Abed got the bottle refill.
Yeah, it's a good clutch by MSS there. I think, man, this game's not looking the greatest for Quincy crew right now. I think they're gonna have to rely on when Quinn hits 6, he needs to like TP to the tri lane and kill them, and hope that Abed does have resources for a good counter gank. Mid though.
Yeah, can he get the return kill?
This would be good. Yeah, I mean, he thought about going all in for that one. Ends up expending a good amount of resources here. And Abed is just going to have the salve brought back out. Tries to regen up, and we'll see if he can get the bounty rune afterwards, I guess.
That's a really nice sell by Abed, because he killed Quinn, right? And the response of a lot of players is to buy like some small items and be greedy. But instead, Abed, he brings the salve, knowing that he killed him and Void Spirit's gonna be up on resources. He doesn't want to lose in the bounty rune fight.
Oh, and he orbed aggressively to go steal this bounty.
That is really good.
Holy moly, that's so good. And that means 4, or is that just 3? 3 of them going the way of EG.
Middle tower is under attack.
You guys can imagine, like, if he had to walk back to base there, Void Spirit's gonna have bounty rune control, and then he's gonna have to spend a TP to mid, and if Void Spirit's gonna hit 6, and he's gonna TP top and kill them, and Puck will have no TP. Yeah. Instead, like, there's no play option for Quinn now.
And like, Quinn had no way to refill his bottle, yeah.
Exactly, yeah. Now Quinn's down on resources. Going for a play mid.
It's here, though. It just feels like a slow and steady lead. Good arrow there, able to connect onto Crit, and that might keep alive and maybe even set up a counter goal. Although no, Quinn went in aggressively. Abed not able to find the follow-up there onto Void Spirit. Things getting really testy as 5 heroes are mid.
And this next rune's going to be very game-changing. Both the mids have no resources.
Abed's not even going for it. He realizes he has no supports to help secure it, so it looks like Quinn's going to get it for free. Yeah, both top and bottom room being secured for Quincy, so nice play from them.
They use Coil and 2 jumps there on Void Spirit, and now Puck is, hopefully for Quincy, he's going to have to TP mid here. Because there's a wagon about to his tower. So he TPs mid. This is like Quincy's opportunity to get back in the game.
They do have a bit better farm on Medusa over the last couple of minutes. We can see that she's been able to catch up to the Alchemist. Again, it's against an Alchemist. But as you said, that big problem is the lane down bottom. And you can see Ice, his 100th game of Tidehunter. And he is absolutely owning it. 41 and 14 on the CS here, just 6.5 minutes.
He said in the interview, you know, he's going to win his lane if he has a even slightly even matchup. This is not an even one, and he is crushing it. Going for a kill with a Ravage down bottom. Crit's there to follow it up with an Impale. Now kill off Leslau.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
All right, really good stuff here across the board for Evil Geniuses. They're going to try and find a follow-up here. Arteezy does a little shuffle step, able to back away, and they can't get anything as mid. Drop the silence, drop the coil. They're on Quinn yet again. Tries to live through this one. Do they have any more nukes? They actually don't. Able to live with that resonant pulse, and now Abed
Dire's bottom tower
quite able to get the finish off there onto Quinn. Jex up there to the north and will not be able to find him. It looks like
he's still looking.
Yeah,
he's scanning, he's jaunting in, but yeah, Quinn's back to base.
I think these raindrops have been pretty MVP in the mid lane. Like, both mid laners are surviving just off this one item. Quinn's even buying a second raindrop.
Yeah, I bet you went through like 4 charges in that one mid clash earlier, and yeah, had one there.
So, like, sort of more macro looking at this game, how much does it matter that EG are coming out ahead, like, in the lanes? It's not an absolutely huge margin like we've seen in some of them, but it's definitely a win.
I think it's I mean, lanes are always important, but I think it's specifically a big deal when you have this Alchemist lineup.
Yeah.
The thing about like trying to push aggressively into Alchemist is that if they have a hero that can just sit in front of your entire team and wall off like that area of the map for him to farm, like Tidehunter, and he's having a good game, like you can't run through to him. I said like you don't have to like all in run at the Alchemist, but you do still need to put some map pressure, right?
Okay.
Like ideally it's just not like, oh, if we mess up one time in our pressure, we're gonna lose the game. And I don't see him moving past this Tidehunter to farm EG's camps right now.
They smoked, I believe, under a ward because, yeah, Ice is hugging behind his tier 1 tower. He seems to know exactly what's going on, and yeah, the Alchemist is also just a full almost, what, 700-800 gold ahead of Medusa. It just feels like Alk is going to hit his item timings well before the Medusa comes online, at least at this rate.
You get a couple of items there. Possessed Mask on the ground, as well as I think a Fairy Trinket we saw. Which is going to be pretty good for Quinn. That's what he's got coming out. Still bottling this DD. And you can see this extended move down bottom to try and set up something, either taking the tower or what have you, with the Necro books that Leslau has, is not going to work. Likewise, though, he's been able to farm in the jungle, so it's not all lost for Quincy Crew.
Abed stealing enemy stacks here.
Yeah.
Like, EG's just playing this economy game, it feels like, where Quincy's making the smoke move, sitting bottom, not doing anything. Crit's got the wave mid to get some gold as well as XP, so it just feels like EG's getting more right now.
Jet, though, trying to go onto Crit, able to find a kill. Get something out of it, but again, down bottom, Ravage. They turn this now onto the Witch Doctor. They're going to use the Roar afterwards and trying to buy just a little bit of extra space for themselves. So Ravage used, but they hold on to that tower, and Ice obviously
Dire's
living through it as
top
well.
tower is under attack.
Oh, Fly could be in some trouble here.
Quinn?
Our fight over the rune.
Dire's is under
That was really weird. Okay.
Trying to leave for Abed, but yeah.
Not gonna get it. And now Quinn trying to chase down the puck. This is a little bit deadly. Getting up close to the center. But the coconut is going to bounce back to the creep camp, and Quincy Crew just gonna try and out-farm that one a little bit away from EG.
I think Quinn didn't have a jump there, and Fly was trying to save the rune, so it just ended up looking really awkward there. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how Quincy Crew like try to open up the map and get some tier 1s. It just looks impossible against this Tidehunter. Like if you have all your tier 1s up, like it's really hard to push forward, of course, right? And this Tidehunter's just gonna go to any tier 1 they push and just stand there. I mean, obviously he's really fat, like this Tidehunter. I don't think they can touch him this game.
Yeah, he's about to finish the hood, which is gonna give him a lot of extra survivability as well.
And he has a Possessed Mask, which is honestly when you gank him, like if you hit a creep wave, like you're getting an extra couple hundred HP from that.
Crazy. It's like all the extra strength too. It's just
That's a really good item for him.
Yeah. Things definitely going well for EG as Arteezy continuing to farm. This is where you've seen him so many times throughout this league, is just on the other side of his map while the rest of his team does stuff. And it doesn't even necessarily feel like EG really have to make that many moves. It feels like the impetus is on Quincy Crew to be making those moves, and they're gonna try and do it now.
Scanning.
Oh,
They got the level
scan
6
there.
Witch Doctor.
They got scan coming in.
Oh, they knew.
Arteezy heads up. I don't know if it's him scanning. Whoever did just saved his life.
They're gonna try and move through the jungle here and find him on the backside. This is a good move from Quincy Crew. If they can find it for the kill, jump in, Coconut connects the Maledicts as well. He has taken a ton of damage, and that might just be enough to take him down. Arteezy will pop to the Maledicts in a moment, maybe, yes. Quinn gets the kill. It comes at the cost of LOA. You take that one every day of the week, but if they lose Quinn now, it might be a little bit worse for the winner. War comes out, trying to show up. Leslau turns on to Crit, finds that kill. So they find another follow-up pickoff, and you are moving into position, but the Ravage comes out in time. MSS now moving over, trying to take down Fly. They're fighting in the jungle. Leslau going to drop. Abed gets out. Now Ice. He's just going to walk at UR and say, come and deal with me. Dropping the Abed on the ground. Oh, what a guy.
Classic Ice. Huge team fight. I mean, both teams play that well with like some really nice responses, but you know, I think Quincy are gonna be happy they killed the Alchemist, but it did come at pretty heavy costs.
Yeah, I think right now Quinn doesn't really have a game. Like he's way lower in net worth than even I thought he would be. I don't actually know what happened. I think it's because he was just trying to hang on bottom. Like, he feels like he has to force something to happen this game, but he's like sacrificing his game to do it. They're going on bottom a little bit.
Trying to do something here, but again, this is a big fish man. They might eventually kill him though with no Ravage. So Ice. Just a bit too far forward, and MSS lets him know how he feels about it.
that was an insane play.
Yeah.
And the tier 1's alive, you're like basically at the tier 2. I mean, he's not top net worth on this team, so it's not too bad, but actually, I just mentioned like Quinn doesn't have a game, that actually gives him something. Because it was a lot of EXP for him. Also, while his Titanhunter's dead, they might pressure this bot tower, which is huge. More importantly, if he revives here, uses his TP, they might be able to get a different tower.
Yeah, and no Ravage for 60 seconds. So the combo of the Ravage and then, like you said, that death is really opened things up for Quincy crew.
He will TP in, but Quincy, they have 4 heroes down here. Are they going to make this play?
I mean, it's a smoke up from Puck and Fly as well, but they know Ice is back here. He has no way out. Their Coconut's going in. Maledict as well. Everything dropped on his head. And I think Ice is just dead. They're canceling, but they're still going in with the TPs. Abed goes in for the coil, connects on it to him. Fly there as well. Wants to pop the ulti and make something happen here. But in the end, it's MSS and LOA. So if they can get less loud too, that would be big. Arm moving in.
So much damage.
Has the Stone Gaze. Needs to make something happen here. The silence on his several. Less loud goes down. Doesn't quite connect, but they do get the puck. And Abed dropping now. A couple quick and important kills from Quincy crew. EG still took down 3, and Quinn's looking for more as he finds Crit here. Hiding behind the tower. A couple more punches is all he needs. And a double kill for Quinn. Quincy crew are kind of pulling this back a bit.
That was a really good play from them. I mean, of course, Oak was farming the entire time, so the goal didn't change, but I think the EXP, I don't actually know how to check. I think we went over this last time I casted. I don't know how to check the EXP graph. That looked good for them.
F7, there you go. We got it.
Nice. All right. Yeah, so it's a big EXP swing for them. They're on Alchemist here too.
Oh, LOA gonna steal it. Nice. Will he die for the other one? No, he's
looking for it. In the meantime, Fly was able to get the bounty rune up top, but he does pay for the price of that one with his life.
Yeah.
That's an Alchemist bounty rune, so you feel pretty good at with that as Fly, but oh man, they got the bot tower, so they can actually play Dota, so that's like a huge sigh of relief from the Quincy crew side. And more importantly, Quinn's actually starting to get a game. Like in the last couple minutes, he got like 1500 net worth or something. Maybe 3 minutes, which is like, it's not amazing, but it's more than you expect, like with this poor start, I think.
Yeah. Plus the levels. He was like level 9 or 10 when I was looking. He's already huge. Level 12. Like,
I mean, you can see like how Quincy crew like watches. Oh, what a combo! Oh, that was spicy.
And now Crit is forced backing away, giving the tip back to Abed. Combo.
Yeah, this Void Spirit versus Puck matchup is actually a sick matchup because they both counter each other, right? Oh, Arteezy charging up a stun. What? Please walk up to the high ground.
Dire have a ward though. They saw himself stun.
It connects. Arteezy's in trouble. They got him. Oh, Maledict down. It misses onto Arteezy though. That's going to be a punishing one, and they got to back out now. Everybody tries to retreat. Quinn went a bit too far. In the meantime, they did get that tower. Now it looks like they're likely going to lose LOA. Leslau should have a free path out of there. But yeah, they take down that Witch Doctor.
It's a very nice Chad play by Arteezy there. He knows that like he has SMY Battle Fury at like 16 minutes. Even if you max arrow stun him with like all the stuns of Quinn Screw, he's not going to die there. He's Ravage behind him. Very nice map control play.
They're setting up on him again, though. Up top, Roar comes out, arrow afterwards, and well, SNY is nice, but when you don't have a chemical rate, a little bit.
All right, you need a chemical rate and the Ravage behind you. Those are the conditions, you know.
Yeah, I think the Ravage is the big one. When Ice is there, they have no. It's basically stunning all of the Beastmaster summons and all the right click damage. Yeah, it just changes everything.
Yeah, even just like one Crystal Nova with his Auton, he can't die. But like if you're alone like that, that's a little rough. That was a. I mean, Arteezy sometimes has those deaths, but still pretty out of character for him. And, yeah, no, that's huge for Quincy crew, for sure.
Sideline as Crit goes Vendetta, now trying to chase down Quinn, but they don't have a sentry ward around. They have one over to the side now.
He's about to run into it. He's just on the edge of it.
Oh, Crit's so good.
my god.
Oh, they see the Alchemist channeling stun.
Now that's still going to be a dead LOA, but Quinn should be able to make his way out of here.
Ooh, triple range creep for Alchemist. Feels good, man.
Nice. Going this same like outfield that we've been seeing, the SMY, well, Battle Fury, SMY, Heart, and AC. It feels like once Out gets these 4 items, you kind of reach this kind of unkillable status.
Quincy could have some really good wards up, though, I gotta say. There's some nice vision right now. I think once Witch Doctor gets up, he's gonna TP someone and smoke them. They have his ulti up, and they want to use this, oh, he almost has Orchid Void Spirit, so they're gonna get that, and then they're gonna go, I think.
You can see there the Puck Void Spirit matchup 31-30, so clearly it's going to be 31 each after this game.
Hey.
If we want to keep that balance.
Who's leading right now?
Good question, I missed it.
It looks like Void Spirit is. Knoxville's yelling at us in Discord, so shout out to him, keeping us honest.
Okay, Smoker from EG here. They have Blink Dagger on the Tidehunter. They're looking for this Medusa. I think SCG might tank the smoke. He's walking a really nice path.
And they hit. Hello. That's fine. Perfectly happy with that. And they even got most of the Ancients on their way out as well. Nice little move there, but EG, 5,000 gold lead. You know, Medusa's been able to keep up fairly well, but I think it's what you're mentioning, what you mentioned earlier about like this sort of discrepancy between Quinn and Puck and how much Abed has this game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually a bit surprised Ice doesn't have more, which like looks good for Quincy Crew. I thought with that start he was just gonna like completely hold the game together and like he's some Iron Wall. They're gonna go for a smoke carry wrap on tier 1 mid and try to get that. And Necro 3. I think Jenkins was mentioning it, but this new cooldown Necro 3, you just pop that shit and you always have it.
Is under attack.
They scout Ice with the Hulk, but they don't want to go on him. It looks like Fly's gonna get picked up.
Ooh, they might turn this a Void Spirit.
Abed? He drops down the
Abed has no backup, though.
Gone.
Abed's such a Chad.
I think Abed's dead.
Dyer's
Maybe not.
He's gonna blink.
Radiant's
jump.
courier has been
Tries to get out of there. All right,
Oh, bro,
otherwise,
Abed never dies in those types of fights. He's just, he's actually, I think he's the best in the world at that. Like the small skirmishes, split pushing the map. Like, I coached him for a while. He just never dies. Just chill.
Beastmaster was like halfway through a raw animation, but it never really felt like Puck was going to die at the same time.
Movement up towards the top side now. It looks like EG want to try and control this area of the map. Obviously, we haven't seen anything akin to that, like taking a tier 2 tower before the 20-minute mark. But there is still a pretty pronounced lead that you've got on Evil Geniuses as they finish off the AC on Alkin. Also have Arcanum Shard.
Oh, no,
yeah, the shard is nice because you can get rid of the Spirit Vessel charge.
Are fortified.
I feel like that's usually you see this shard come up later on after the Heart of Trash, but I think Arteezy realizes he's a little bit vulnerable and wants to have that Dispel. He can also save his teammates theoretically with it as well with the Dispel against like the Orchid.
Oh, that's really good actually. You can take off the... Do you know how... Is it instant or is it like how fast is the potion?
I think it's the same speed as the Unstable Concoction.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I've only seen Alks use it on themselves.
Yeah, when I bought it, I only cast on myself because it gives me attacks.
Ice, mid. Needs to be careful. Ravage is down. Ooh, like careful though. And now the turnaround with the Ravage. Oh, it would have been huge if they could have killed Ice, but it didn't work out. Now popping the Stone Gaze and trying to back out of there. Still got their eyes on Ice. The slowdown comes from those Necro Books. Taunted and killed. 1 for 1, at least for now.
Oh, they're gonna turn with Arteezy here.
Okay, and silence there. Onto 1 from that Orchid. Throws the potion. Gonna keep Fly alive. And it looks like that might be the end of the engagement unless they decide to go for more on EG.
So that's Ravage down. It was Ravage for Dusal, and Dusal's a lot lower cooldown, so we might look at Quincy Crew trying to take this mid tower. EG have this Aegis, but honestly it's like it's an Alchemist Aegis. If you die with it, you don't have ulti and stuff anymore.
Right.
Feels like they're going to just be farming with it and kind of almost, if anything, used it just to deny from Quincy getting it at any point, because I feel like Quincy with the Medusa Aegis, that's dangerous.
Yeah, I mean it's a type of Aegis where if you farm with it and you prevent the enemy from making any plays, like you just feel really good about it. You do look for a fight when you have like a minute or so left on it, but you're not like stressed to do something with it.
Radiant's bottom tower.
It's actually my
is
favorite
under
type of
attack.
Aegis.
In fact,
Radiant
it's interesting.
structures
Quincy Crew are the ones that are
fortified.
feeling much more confident moving around that. They even pressure this tier 2 tower down bottom a bit.
And with no Ravage, I think they feel pretty strong.
Light. MSS spots out Abed.
They can catch him. Nice.
Gets him caught. Arrow. Oh, taunted. Not quite able to get the kill, but will die to the soul burn nonetheless. And now
could dive
pressure
ice
for
ice here.
bottom. Gotta be
This is a good
careful.
dive.
Trying to get out of there. Roar. Oh, gonna get it off in time. Quincy Crew find themselves yet another. As evil geniuses being bullied back in spite of having that Aegis. As you said, that Ravage,
Radiant's
it's just
bottom
so
tower
important.
has fallen.
This is a incredible play by Quincy Crew, honestly. They're identifying that like EG right now,
Radiant's bottom
if they don't have
tower
Ravage,
is
they
under
lack
attack.
the like control plus damage in a team fight to they lack the control and damage in team fight to really kill anything. Like Deuce is gonna press Stone Gaze, which you have a little more Ravage, and
Radiant's bottom
you know,
tower
EG got a 20-minute Aegis and they're losing racks.
Yeah.
This is unreal.
That's crazy.
RTZ didn't have a
7K
TZ to
gold.
come back. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they could afford it even with RTZ, but yeah,
Dire's top
that is
tower
wild.
under attack.
I think
Such impressive play from Quincy Crew, and you can see now, you know, down to just a 3,000 gold lead. As you said, Rax going the other way. They can have an option to take over the outpost if they want, but I don't know. This game feels like it's completely fallen over on his head, and they get out right as Ravage comes back up. Does this change at all with Ravage up now?
yeah, EG are still definitely in this game. Like the Rax doesn't matter that much, especially with the Alchemist. Like you don't actually lose that much gold from the lane pushing in. Obviously to show that hero, but they have some pretty good lane pushing cores. I think a big thing is that once Medusa gets this BKB, like they don't have anything to touch her on EG. Like you can't right-click Medusa with Alchemist for a long time, and like people say
Radiant
Nyx counters Medusa, but honestly, like if you can't teamfight as Nyx, then you're pretty sad. So in a way, like that matchup can go both ways for sure.
Dire's
Smoke up
middle
now as
tower
they're
is
heading
under
to the bounty
attack.
runes. It doesn't look like Quincy and EG will meet each other here.
Yeah, Nezal just got pinged. I saw that. He was trying to deny the bounce rune bottom
Dire's bottom tower
with this boar,
is under
but
attack.
just barely. Like the animation went on CM first, and they canceled it. Tried to go for a bounce rune, but it's too late.
Here I am.
Damn.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Well, taking the 2 lanes now, while EG are going to pressure out bottom.
Dire's structure.
And Quincy Crew are pretty happy with this. This Aegis is gonna time out, and they're like sort of trading farm after they like. Usually when one team gets an Aegis, like that team gets the aggressive play and gets map control or whatever, right? But this time, like Quincy Crew got bot racks, and now they're just trading farm on the map. They traded triangles, which I think is pretty good for Quincy Crew right now.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
But this puck's really vulnerable mid. He has a good
Dire's
sentry there.
bottom tower is under
Preemptive sentry to
attack.
make sure there's no mid ward.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Again.
attack.
The wards being placed down. I mean, it's basically just been taken off the map with these Necro 3s. It's been so nice, I think, constantly for Quincy Crew just to have access to it. And as long as they're not contained inside their base, you've got pretty much free reign. You're always going to have that vision advantage with Beastmaster.
You have BKB and 1,000 gold for Beastmaster, BKB and 400 gold for Medusa. They're gonna want to use that timing, and even a Solar Crest coming up from Marauder,
Radiant's
500
top
gold.
tower
They have
is
a really
under
good timing
attack.
come up here. Triple core BKB plus like how Dota works. You should think about like when you Solar Crest your Medusa, like you're giving her 80 attack speed, but how damage multiplies in Dota, you're actually giving her a lot more net worth than that. Because like you get damage and it multiplies by attack speed for DPS, right? So like you might add 4k net worth to Medusa, but like you guys have played those games where it's like 120k hero, like he's way stronger than 2 10k gold heroes, right? So
Yeah.
they're just gonna all amp up this Medusa, Beastmaster, Aura of Vlads, and Solar Crest, and he's honestly gonna be the same net worth as Alchemist or higher in effective damage.
Plus the bullwhip. MSS using the bullwhip on Medusa as well.
Of course.
Got all the buffs.
The guy.
But EG, they're smoking but not finding a whole lot. They've reclaimed their triangle a little bit as far as trying to do some dewarding, but there's still some vision there. Quincy Crew just in general have constantly maintained great map presence and map control with all their wards.
Vision. They spot Abed here. He's used an orb. Can they
Got the
catch
Lincolns
him?
at least.
Jason. Ooh, good jump away. Fly just barely outside of range, and they got to be careful about this. RTZ channeling up that stun. They have vision here, though. They see that he's going to self-stun, and it doesn't look like they want to chase that one. A bit too scary.
They should do a Kaidi chaser. He is Alchemist out. They know they can take control of the area.
Right before that happened, they got an Elven tunic too.
Oh yeah, that's a really good item, Medusa. He was actually sporting some mediocre tier 2 item before that, like Quicksilver Amulet or something. And Quinn had the Aquila, which is sort of weird, but maybe he needs armor. I think, honestly, like, this game, like, I think this gets said a lot, but it'll come down to the initiation. I think if they get a good, like, Ravage into Alchemist stun and blow up one hero, like, that's how EG can win the team fights right now. Like, Quincy Crew are down 6k, but they're not weaker in team fights right now.
I mean, so many times we've just seen this, like, big pile of money that's the Alchemist that, you know, if he doesn't manage to get a good, you know, either ult off in fight or if he has to run away because he's getting bursted down, things could just feel really, really bad.
Yeah.
And Roche, possible to respawn in 30 seconds. Quincy Crew waiting on that one. They're just playing around this area and still getting pretty decent farm.
I think something like that's important to think about as a carry player is like, how am I going to right-click people this game? Luckily for Arteezy, like in those games where Alchemist gets kited, he probably doesn't have like a Puck Tidehunter next, right? Like all 4 of his heroes, you can see this draft is set up for the Alchemist to right-click people, which is obviously really smart by EG.
The perhaps caveat to that is there's 3 BKBs now on Quincy Crew, so I think they've itemized knowing that. Yeah, we need to not get stunned, or this Alchemist will kill us. But yeah, I think that's where what you mentioned about the initiation comes into play, where EG need to blow somebody up before they can pop their BKB.
Yeah, that's really smart actually, because you can think about if you think about Quincy Crew's lineup versus EG's, all they have to do is wait out this Alchemist ulti. If they wait out the Alchemist ulti, there's no damage. And Abed is trying to go for a Desolator, but honestly, I don't really see him being that big damage dealer for someone like Medusa.
Oh,
is up. They see them.
Roche, quick respawn. Ice, use Blink. He is crazy.
You see a Tidehunter? Crazy Tidehunter blinks her, and you run at him and cast him as a 5 Witch Doctor.
He's got the shard, that's why he can be a little bit, even more of a frontliner. We've already seen him tanking smoke ganks, but with the shard, you have that kind of self-save.
I back status right now. A lot of Radiant have it. They're very, very close on Tidehunter. Dire about a couple hundred gold on all of these different heroes away from having
buyback. He's just going high ground. He's just ignoring this. He's going for the base.
I mean, this is a pretty neat play. Are they going to be able to take down Roche in time, though, it feels like? So they're giving up the tier 3 for Aegis, it looks like, and Abed maybe trying to make a counterplay at the same time. But you can't afford to give it up and then also lose the tier 3. Abed moving in. He's going after it. Leslau has more available, thinking about going for it. Drops it instead onto the Nyx. And Aegis going to go the way of Quincy Crew. At the meantime, Arteezy's hitting the melee racks, but they're all coming back now. Pops the BKB, wants to finish this one off, TP's out of there. And so it is going to be a melee racks for the Aegis.
Okay, I think that's better for Quincy Crew personally. They're going to drop a coil, actually, looking for the MSS kill up top.
MSS is really
so tanky.
He's scary.
Yeah, that was really good for Quincy Crew for sure. I agree with you.
Like, just having this Aegis cheese on Medusa, they can just go push any lane, take any fight, it feels like. Like, yeah, you lost a melee racks, but that's not something that's going to really change the state of this game at all.
Especially, I think mid racks is particularly weak. If you look at, like, how the map works, right? Like, you want your heroes, if you're stronger, you want to be in the middle of the map, right? Because from the middle of the map, you can go anywhere. So if they have the mid racks, your heroes are going to be there anyways to push it out. You don't feel bad getting forced to middle. If they got top racks, then you have to send a hero all the way back to your side lane. Like, that actually means something in Dota. Middle's like, you know?
7,000 gold lead still in the favor of Evil Geniuses. But this game, I'm not really sure how to rate it right now. Like, is there a lead that you kind of get to with EG where he starts like giving out? I mean, he's got a rapier queued up. I guess that sort of tells us where EG feel like this game is going.
Yeah, I'm not sure there's any ags. I mean, the Puck ags is very good against these BKBs, but...
Oh, okay. That's why he's not getting eggs. Okay, because I was actually thinking, you saw like 3 core BKBs not getting eggs on Puck. Felt a bit weird, but you can always get it from this later. So, I do think Arteezy should probably give him the eggs at some point.
Maybe feeling like the rapier comes first, but here we go.
Yeah, maybe. They are knocking damage.
Ice. Big blink ravage available right here, but they're in the Moonlight Shadow. Oh, they have
Seems
vision
to-
now. They got vision now. Jumps in, Ravage pop, BKBs immediately. Did not do what they wanted it to. And now self-stun onto Arteezy. He's under control. Axes go out. Still, they're just ignoring him for the moment. Running in with everybody else, trying to take down Ice and the CM. Ice tries to TP out, not gonna happen. That,
Yeah, they just
that
need to get
hurts. That really hurts. And you can see
Why might die?
immediately Abed tries to cut the wave, but they need to go back to base. They got people inside. The chase down continues to come. There are BKBs wearing off now, though, and Arteezy jumps, finds the kill onto one. And now looking for a bit more. So comes out afterwards. Roar drops down, trying to get the kill onto the Alchemist. The right click coming through, they kill him off. Forces out that buyback fly with the big ulti. Will it be enough? They take down Quinn. Abed still standing tall throughout all of this. Ice is back up front and center against Duar. The stun goes out. On it too. Arteezy now clean both. What a huge play. Quincy crew are gonna lose absolutely everybody. That was what a freaking great turnaround from Evil Geniuses. I mean, it cost a lot, but they got those kills.
3 buybacks from EG, but most likely they can force some on the Quincy crew side here at least. I think that's got to be your goal, is to try and force those buybacks, but it's very risky to do so because if you die without buyback, you may just lose the game.
That was an amazing team fight. At first on Quincy crew, that was really good, right? Like you saw the quick reflexes against that Ravage. I think there's a blink Ravage from Fog and he hit no one. Oh, mid lane?
Yeah, they're going in on it, but
he has his invulnerability shard. And, like, these buybacks are worth it. Like, the buyback means less, I think, on EG than Quincy crew because they're just generating more gold. They have the Death Zone puck. They're gonna take racks here.
Have what, 15 seconds left on most of these heroes. Question is, can they really hold without the Medusa? It feels pretty unlikely. And God, in the amount of time they're trying to hold these buybacks desperately, but as you said, they take a second set of racks because of it. I mean, how much does that matter, do you guys think?
I mean, I feel like personally the game's kind of in that same state as before, where it's just going to come down to the next big team fight. Like, who gets the better initiation, who secures themselves Aegis as well as Cheese. It's going to be Roche number 3, so you're looking at potential Refresher Shard or an Axe Shard for someone like Puck. This third Roshan is going to be kind of dictate who has the advantage.
Yeah, for sure, the third Roshan's gonna decide this game. I think that fight was actually bigger than it looks for EG. I mean, obviously they got a rack, they got all that gold, but most importantly, they got the EXP swing back in their advantage. With the 4 bounty runes, that was way more gold than I thought, honestly, during that fight. Because they used 3 buybacks for that, and they're still coming out like plus 7k on that fight. But just having these levels is huge. Like, Ice gets to get Kraken Shell damage. Like, he's really tanky now. I don't think like, there's no one who's going to build Silver Edge on Quincy crew, so he's going to be able to stand in front again.
See here as well, Arteezy finishes off the Rapier. You are deciding to go for the Daedalus instead. That's his call right now. And, I mean, we've seen these games go one way or the other. If Arteezy can get on top of that Dusa, it's going to be pretty freaking scary.
G-Smoke up. They want to take the fight here. Quinn will snag an Arcane Rune. That's a very impactful rune for the next team fight if he can hold on to it.
The gold, no buyback now, so they saved their buybacks but don't have the gold for buyback regardless. Right now, buybacks only on Beastmaster, Mirana for the Dire, looking for the jump. Ravage comes out, they didn't BKB in time.
They got you off.
Down, Medusa dead. No buyback, huge win as Quinn just tries to back away. Oh, it's devastating.
Dead.
Oh man, are they just gonna go in now? I mean, I don't know if they even saw that he bought out right there. They might think he still has buyback potentially.
I think you probably go anyways. I mean, there's a Beastmaster Roar, so you don't have buyback or it's easier Rapier, so I guess they're playing it safe. I mean, this is definitely the correct decision. I just want to see them go for throne.
Yeah,
they're gonna secure all the map control for the next Roshan here, because even if Dusa has buyout, like, you wouldn't want to buy out just to get some control of the map, right? Like, you want to buy back and turn into kills. But that pickoff pretty much secures Roshan, I think.
Unfortunately, Roche is not going to be up for 90 seconds plus, but yeah, the map control, they can get their tier 4 neutral items as well. So they're going to be...
It's hard for Quincy crew to deal with that now. Now that you have the damage from Rapier, like, you can see what this lineup can really do. Just locks one down, Alchemist pops them. And ideally, like, on Dusa, you're always standing in the front, making it hard for people to hit your teammates. But if you die in 1 second like that, you can't really do that.
thing that's so interesting to me too is that this is supposed to be like the strength of Quincy Crew's lineup in a way, is getting that vision down with your Beastmaster, de-warding everything, and EG got the jump on him. Like, I feel like that's sort of a lot of why Beastmaster's been so strong, is like the late game potential to be stronger, getting those team fights going your way.
Yeah, I think EG did a good job. Like I said that this mid lane of Rax wasn't as important, but honestly, like, they proved me wrong there. They used the vision from it really well. QCY pushes in, and they can just jump to Medusa because someone has to show on it.
Light. Ready to go, leveler down on the ground, but the rest of Quincy Crew nearby, they have sentries in the area. And that one just outside of range, actually, but they do see the Hawk moving in. They're going to kill the Hawk with it, but they don't see that Observer Ward.
And the tier 3s are being, tier 4s are being hit, so EG knows where they are.
Yeah. Nyx has a gem here, so they've got the answers for the Moonlight Shadow. They're just, playing the high ground game.
Behold!
It's easy. He doesn't care. He's just blinking and hitting a backdoor tower.
He's fine.
I mean, if Medusa shows like that, like, you're pretty free. They won't have damage to kill you without Medusa.
Crit. Moving in, force tap to the high ground. Fancy feet from Crit there. And LOA forced to TP to the tier 2 tower.
Got the D ward though. That's, that's pretty important.
That's pretty cute. And both teams have gems now. They know that this last fight will determine the game, so you're just putting any resources you can into just one fight.
Now a flicker on Artesia. That's going to give him a lot more survivability. The movement speed is nice too, since he's playing without boots. Gonna help his game a lot.
Well, 19,000 gold lead, but the important things to watch for: buyback status. It's coming off of cooldown right now, pretty soon here for the Radiant. Still a minute and a half. LOA. Oh, right on top of him, going for the voodoo switcheroo. But on the other side, they catch the kill on a crit. Abed.
Oh, wow.
Abed thinking about
Stolen gem.
for more. Wow.
Just charges in there, gets the gem. Good pickup.
Oh, and the timing of that, Roche is respawning early. It's come back up already, and Quincy Crew see it. They know this. Without Nyx, that's a lot of the control that EG are going to be lacking.
Yeah, so right now, Quincy Crew, they need an Aeon Disc or an Aegis to play versus Ravage Alchemist combo, right? Because you can't let the Medusa die right away. So right now they're going. This is like their only win condition, I think, the game.
Quick respawn sets it up for them perfectly. Courier goes down. Nyx still 30 seconds away, throwing out those arrows. Smoke behind, looking for a play here. Artesia ready to jump in on everybody. Timmy right, comes from your ward, saving his life, but Abed, he snatches the Aegis. Oh, that was so needed. Now tries to jump away. Artesia is in a world of hurt though. Goes for the flicker out of there. Manages to escape. Fly on the other side.
Artesia's back in.
Oh, but damage is a jump onto Medusa. Now in trouble, now dead. No buyback for Medusa, and look at that Alchemist run on in. Triple kill for our score. Dude, that flicker was sick. Oh my god, ultra kill, go for more. Make my day, please. He's chasing in, wants another. GG's already been called. Evil geniuses will not be denied.
Wow, what a team fight to end the game on. You all were ready for it. He knew the one play EG were